In this problem, a living organism dies. Its carbon-14 decays. Carbon-14 is a atom or some kind of scenario. I think it's an atom that exists in the bones of living organisms. As soon as they die, it starts to decay away. But in order for the half-life, it takes over almost 6,000 years for it to become half of what it was. So if I had, let's say if I had 300 milligrams or whatever the quantity is, half-life later, so in 5,730 years, there would be 150 of it left. So it takes 5,730 years to get to half of what was there to begin with, is what the idea of half-life is. And so then they do this to actually date old things like a mastodon. And so this is an exponential model that follows this half-life. C is the initial amount of carbon-14, and the skeleton of a mastodon has lost 58% of its original carbon-14. Determine the rate of continuous exponential decay of the carbon-14. So I know this is the half-life. What is the rate of decay? Well, I know that if I have Q of t is equal to C e to the kt, well, this is the initial amount. And so if I have 100% e to the k, well, I'll talk about t in a second. If I want half of it, and I'll have 50% left, and that is going to be 5,730 years later. And so when I solve for k, I'm going to divide by 100, which will be 1/2, e to the k times 5730. And so now, solving for k, I take the natural logarithm, and I get 5730 times k. And so k will be the natural logarithm divided by the 5,730. So if I go natural logarithm of 0.5 divided by 5730, enter, here is my k value. My k is equal to negative 1.20968 times 10 to the minus 4, which means if I take my decimal and go 1, 2, 3, 4, it's negative 0.123, 1, 2, 3 zeros, 1, 2, 1. And so it means that the rate of decay is going to be, here's the percent, it's going to be 0.0121% is the rate of decay happening. That's how much it is decaying away each year, 1% away. So I want to now find out when did the mastodon die. Well, currently there's 58% left. So I know then if I look at my formula, Q at t equals C e to the kt. Currently I have 58%. My initial amount was 100%. K is negative 1.21 times 10 to the minus 4 times t. I'm looking to find t. So dividing by 100 gives me 0.58 equal to e to the negative 1.1 times 10 to the minus 4t. Solving for t, I take the logarithm of both sides. So the logarithm of 0.58 is equal to the negative 1.21 times 10 to the minus 4t. So I want to divide by this, and so t will be the logarithm of 0.58 dividing it by this value here. And when I do that, I get 4,503.06. So three significant figures, we can say 4,500 years ago. So when did Mastodon die? Well, it died 4,500 years ago by using this technique of carbon-14.